props to the state of Florida. Restrooms are closed at the rest area. Restrooms closed at the rest area, but they have those portable bathrooms, portable toilets. Let me tell you, those are the cleanest portable toilets I've ever seen in my life. You know how scary those things can be. That's a big boat. Carnival Mardi Gras. That ain't the glory, that's the bear glory. Folks, I'm here in Port Canaveral on the canal watching the cruise ships go out. This is the place to eat dinner and see it, a place called Fish Lips Restaurant. You go to Fish Lips, you can sit here around 3:30 and watch the ships go out. It's about 6 or 7 of them that go out at a time. It's pretty cool. It's worth it. It's huge. Look at this thing. Right there. All right, so you may have seen I am in Cocoa Beach, Port Canaveral here. I'm in a hotel room. I'm doing a little bit of music, or I'm trying to. Hadn't yet, just sitting here, drinking coffee and doing some other things. But this is a cool place. I've been here numerous times and I love it. I'm staying at the Hampton Inn tonight, but tomorrow I'll be staying at the, they have a La Quinta Inn and Suites. Know what you're thinking? Like, it's just La Quinta Inn and Suites. What are you doing? They have a cool parking ride, and the place is cool because long before it was a La Quinta, and I will be showing video of it when I get there, it's just a La Quinta Inn. But however, this is an original motel hotel back from the 60s. The original 4 astronauts owned it. It's very historic, and they're really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff, and they keep you up to date. All the hotels who keep you up to date about the launch schedule and everything. You can hit the QR code, and I missed, again, another year. Last time I was here, 6 years ago, I missed it. Missed the launch by a day or so. I think the one that was going to Mars a day or two ago, and that one that got delayed. But, you know, I haven't been there since I was a kid in the early to mid-'80s. And I don't know, I may go see the Kennedy Space Center tomorrow. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be real cool. I want to go do it, I think. I got nothing going on tomorrow. I'm going to get up, have some coffee, you know, do my thing, and I'll check out of here and I'll check in. I don't check into my hotel till 4 o'clock or after tomorrow over there. Why not? I got the day. Let's just go. Spend a few hours, maybe drive over to Titusville. It's about a 20-30 minute drive, you know, and when in Rome, my friends, as I always say. I hadn't been there in years. Years ago, I was going to go do it, and I never did it. It was in the summertime. It was so busy. And the guy said, this time of year, I mean, the cruise ships are not as packed as you would think they are. I mean, that's obvious. Even though this is the time of year where it's the busiest cruise season for the Caribbean. I don't know why they say that, but he said Sunday and this time of the year, I think wouldn't be too packed. I think it'd be fine. I think it'd be pretty cool. So I might do that. We'll see. Well, folks, we're going to the Kennedy Space Center today. I haven't been here since the early to mid 80s, and believe you me, a lot has changed. Go watch some videos on Kennedy Space Center 2025. I'll show you the cool stuff that's in it. But it's pretty cool out here because SpaceX has a facility out here. Blue Origin has a facility, and a bunch of other. The Space Force Base is Patrick Air Force Base is now the Space Force Base, and some other things. So it's Space Coast, folks. We're gonna go see some cool stuff. There's some really cool virtual reality stuff. Some stuff I've already seen. I remember when I was a kid. My sister reminded me this last night. When I was a kid, that we took a ride on a bus right up under the Space Shuttle Challenger, and got to go see that, like standing right next to it. And that's a piece of history right there, my friends. Being able to see that before that disaster happened, and that tragic day. So let's go check this out. Your original countdown clock right there, folks. The original one is pretty cool. Time of ball.
On the top there, where the white spike is, that's where level. January. And it missed the moon by 37,000 miles. So we got a lot of failures from those early missions. But we never gave up. We kept moving forward. We finally got our first.
That is a big ass rocket.
2 days later, John F. Kennedy placed the man on the moon.
I guess it's a simulation of what one of these capsules are like if you're sitting in it. I don't know if this is the actual capsule or a replica. I think it's a replica. It is. I bet that was a tight ass fit and it wasn't comfortable. Wow. These are real spacecraft, folks. Look at this. This is in the Gateway building. Here's the Blue Origin. You get to sit and experience what that feels like. And we're going to do that. Alright, so we did a reservation for the Blue Origin simulator. They say it's cool. It's included in your cost of admission. I think it's like $75 for tickets. If you get it from the hotels, it's like $10 cheaper, which I did. But in about 10 minutes, it's going to be pretty cool. We'll sit in the Blue Origin simulator. They say it's pretty cool. And it's a SpaceX capsule. Well, I tell you what. You say what you want, but Elon Musk is a hell of an innovator. What he's managed to do is incredible. And sure, Boeing Starliner, that's pretty cool. Look at that. I wish we could get up into these things, but I know they're trying to preserve them. They don't want to damage them over the course of time. That's pretty cool. Origin was cool. It's about 6 minutes, and you can be looking out the window when you're in there. Just look over to your right so you can see out the window. But the weightlessness only shows it like your virtual hands grab these little, looks like styrofoam rockets floating around in the room. It's pretty cool. And these are your space ride simulators. I would definitely encourage you to do the space exploration simulators. It's pretty cool. It's badass. I had one of a trip to Mars. And you can pick different destinations and keep doing it. folks, if you do come to the Space Center, go into the Gateway building and ride on those simulators. It's pretty cool. Do all 4 of them and do the Blue Origin. It's really cool. It's fascinating, man. A lot of stuff they've discovered over the years. That's unbelievable. It's things we have no idea about that's out there. It's unbelievable. That it is. It's actually closed today, but they've got a astronaut training experience. It's pretty cool. You can go through and get the experience of that, how astronauts train. It's pretty cool. It's that Mars rover. That's pretty cool. How the hell they got it on Mars is beyond me. That's pretty cool, man. It's absolutely incredible. Looks like the coolest SUV you could ever own or ride in, or RV. This is badass. Your Mars rover. That is so cool. It's the Space Shuttle Atlantis. I gotta go see this. They say there's a simulator. I want to see what it's all about. It'd be cool. This is incredible. Wow. We're fixing to get the simulator here in a second. That's incredible. This is the actual Space Shuttle Atlantis that you're looking at. We didn't have this when I was here in the early 80s. Look at these. The cockpit replica is absolutely incredible. And what we didn't have was the virtual reality and the simulators. It's pretty cool. Man, standing next to one of these things is absolutely incredible. Walking up the ramps to the Space Shuttle simulator. This ought to be pretty cool.
All of a sudden, you're about to
It simulates the ramps the astronauts walk up.
And from inside the shuttle. See you aboard.
Trainees report to simulator.
That's cool. My friends, I'm telling you, if you do anything, do the Space Shuttle simulation when you come here. It's pretty cool. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, look at that thing. The shuttle launch simulator is incredible. I mean, they say it's the closest thing they could possibly do without actually being on the shuttle because it's a bit heavier. But it gives you an idea, just a simulated idea of how rough that takeoff can be. It's unbelievable. Space Center is worth the trip. That's one thing to see if you come to Cocoa Beach or Port Canaveral, especially if you're going on a cruise. Allow yourself a couple of days before you get on a cruise in Port Canaveral and Cocoa Beach, and there are things to see and do and hang out all year round. So anyway, I'm going to find a good burger and just go wander around a little bit because I'm checking into yet another hotel this evening in a little while that has the park and ride thing for the cruise ship tomorrow. So anyway, the Space Center is cool as can be. Definitely do the shuttle and all the simulations, the shuttle simulations. The shuttle simulation was cool as can be. It really was. It's not 100% exact, but it's real close. Gives you a general idea how rough that takeoff could be. I mean, the haptics and it's vibrating. That thing moves. It's crazy. So, but we as kids were friends our family was friends with one of the astronauts for the maiden voyage of the Space Shuttle Challenger. This was before the Challenger blew up. It was about a few years before it, 2 or 3 years. His name was Donald Peterson. You can look him up. He's from Winona, Mississippi. We were friends with him. We knew him. And he performed the first spacewalk since the landing on the moon, and it was pretty cool. It was amazing times. So it really was. So it was kind of cool to see all that. It really was. But anyway, off to the next. It's a Ron Jon Surf Shop. It's supposed to be the largest Ron Jon surf shop in the world. It's at least one of them. This place is huge. I've been here numerous times. It's pretty massive. That, my friends, is the Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. And that's not even the largest cruise ship in the world. It's one of them. Yeah, man, that boat is huge, but it's not the largest. The Icon of the Seas is the largest cruise ship in the world right now. And you have to ask yourself, how much bigger do those things need to get? It's crazy. And then you think that's big. Carnival announced not too long ago they're going to be building the largest cruise ships in the world, so we're going to see how that's going to pan out. We're about to find out just how much bigger it can get. Golly, man. I tell you, I've never been on Royal Caribbean. I've always heard all the cruises we've been parked next to Royal Caribbean ships are the biggest class of ships out there right now. And I asked the people that are standing next to me that they're from that boat, and I'm like, you've been on Carnival? And they're like, yeah. How do you compare that to Carnival? He goes, well, it's okay, but a lot of people have told me this. Now, people have difference of opinion. It may not be true, maybe, but they're on the boat, so they can tell me. Is that they think the food was better on Carnival, but you didn't have to wait in as many long lines. And there's so much stuff that they nickel and dime you on Royal Caribbean, whereas a lot of it's included on Carnival. But these are big ships, man. You're talking about the Icon of the Seas. It's got a skating rink on that thing or something crazy. I don't know if it's a bowling alley. Just insane stuff. It's huge. They have this huge Main Street thing goes to the center of the boat, and there's balcony rooms all on the inside and on the outside of the boat. It's crazy. It really is. I checked off the top of my head on how many passengers are on those ships. It's freaking massive. But I think one of these days I'm going to go on the largest cruise ship in the world, and I want to know what it's like, and I'm gonna know the difference, because what I've always heard and what was said to me was just because it's a lot larger doesn't mean it's better. Now, chime in below if you've been on one of those huge Royal Caribbeans and what your experience is, because you may have a difference of opinion, and that's okay. It's, everybody's different. It might be pretty cool. Who knows? I need to try it. Alrighty. So the original astronauts owned this before. It was a La Quinta Inn years ago in the 60s. And this is some of their gear. Look at that. Oh, space helmet. This is at the La Quinta Inn and Suites in Cocoa Beach. So I may have said 4 astronauts, but it's the original 7 astronauts that own this. This is what I was talking about. It says, this hotel was first owned by the original 7 astronauts in the U.S. Mercury space program, Race for Space. So one place you can stay is the La Quinta Inn and Suites here in Cocoa Beach. I know what you're thinking, oh, it's just a La Quinta Inn and Suites, but compared to any other, these guys do an amazing job because of the history of it. It's a great place. There's about 2 restaurants, 2 bars, and one of the bars serves different food. So it's kind of technically 3 restaurants and 2 bars that are here. Pool's nice. This place is amazingly maintained. They did a ton of remodeling about 8 years ago. So it's still nice. But one reason why I stay here is because of that. There's some history to this place, but they do a great job with a company here that does the park and ride for the cruise. Much cheaper than parking at the terminal. Trust me when I tell you that. And they'll take you to the cruise, and they'll pick you up from the cruise and bring you back. They'll let you park the car here for however long your cruise is. It's pretty cool, folks. That it is. I'm just chilling here in my room with some coffee and sitting at my computer a little bit, not doing much. I mean, I'm fixing to watch this documentary called Being Eddie with Eddie Murphy. They say it's good. Eddie Murphy's so funny. Oh, he's great. Oh my gosh. He's just funny as hell. But anyway, in the morning, I guess sometime about 10:30, the shuttle picks us up, takes us to the cruise ship. It's going to be 20 minutes earlier than I said I'd get there, but I think by the time I get to my check-in in my room, it'll be 11:30. Because it takes a little while when you walk up and you get where you're going. But I have a priority check-in, being platinum. So I don't have to wait in line. I just walk right on in, go through, boom, we're good to go. So that's cool. I take my stuff to the room, get myself situated, and then head out. Because they're still working on the rooms around 11 o'clock, 11:30. And what they do now is that used to be you had to go to the counter and you did all that stuff, put your card on file, and they had your sail and sign card at the counter. Now, they just check you in, make sure you're all good. Your card's already on file. You're already checked in. I've already done all that. Your sail and sign card is in your room. Your room steward puts it in and everything's good to go. So even if it's not there, your steward will walk up to you and introduce himself. And I'm telling you, these room stewards, it's unbelievable. You got thousands of passengers each week, and these guys will remember your name, like from day one. It's amazing how they just know your name. They don't have to. I've never, in all the years I've cruised, I've never had a room steward ask me twice with my name. Never. They're good. I guess that's what they're trained to do. Or they're just that good. Who knows? But anyway, we're going to head to the cruise ship, and part 2 of this will be me on the cruise. And we'll see you then. Be cool.